Well, after yesterday's, or I should say before yesterday's cold front, it was quite the warm stretch of weather and truly was unprecedented warm weather for December. So before this year, the 22nd through the 28th was the warmest ever stretch of 7 days on record in both Fayetteville and Fort Smith history. The average high in Fayetteville was 75 degrees, and the previous record was in 2021 of 69.3, so nearly 6 degrees above that. But if you count stretches including the 21st to the 27th, so dates that overlap, technically this year now has the top three warmest 7-day stretches in December. Same with Fort Smith. The 22nd through the 28th had an average high near 80 degrees at 79.1. The previous record, again, about 5.25 degrees above the previous record in 1889. And Fort Smith now also the top three stretches are from this year. So again, this was truly unprecedented warmth. And something that when we look back and say, do you remember when it was 80 degrees on Christmas and you could wear your swim trunks? Yeah, certainly going to be one of those. Today, I wouldn't wear any swim trunks. It's going to be pretty chilly. High temperatures in the mid-30s at best, but those wind chills still in the teens and low 20s right now, near 40 in the River Valley. We will see plenty of sunshine, but that wind will somewhat be breezy at times out of the northwest. So with really strong winds and all that warmth earlier last week, as well as very dry conditions, there are those burn bans in effect for Benton, Washington, Madison County. Now, as Tiffany was talking about earlier, Benton, that one was extended now into tomorrow, and they might continue to extend it as long as it continues to be very dry, which for us looks like it's going to be quite a while. So again, avoid burning in those counties and really just in general, because when those winds pick up, and especially once it gets warmer, that areas or just the grass in general is so dry, it doesn't take much for stuff to spark. So for tonight, low temperatures will be in the upper teens in northwest Arkansas, low 20s in the River Valley with mostly clear skies. Wind will diminish a little bit overnight. Then for tomorrow, a little bit less of a breezy day. High temperatures, though, back up into the mid to upper 40s. We'll see more of a south or west-southwest wind. We'll keep plenty of sunshine. And then by Wednesday or New Year's Eve, we're seeing highs back in the 50s. So overnight lows Wednesday night, or Tuesday night, I should say, about 30. Then for Thursday morning, they're kicking off 2026, low of 34, high of 62. So not too bad of a way to kick off New Year's for northwest Arkansas. The River Valley about the same, near 60 on New Year's Eve, near 65 on New Year's Day. So again, looking like a very nice start to the year. Now, in terms of those precip chances, again, you saw the burn bans in effect. I'm not sure they'll go away really anytime soon, just because it's going to be so dry, and even Friday's rain chance looks spotty at best. So if we're looking at any big time rain, it's going to be at least another week or so before we see any of that. So we'll show you the rest of the 7-day forecast. Again, continuing to warm up through the next few days, and we're going to see a lot of sunshine through this work week. Maybe on Friday we'll see a little bit more cloud cover with that rain chance. Otherwise, for the weekend, after a week cold front moves in, those highs jump back up into the 60s, and then again into next week, it is trending towards pretty warm conditions as well. For the River Valley on Friday, depending on the winds and how much sunshine we could get close to 70. So no, not quite the 80s we saw last week. However, it's yet again going to continue to be very warm and very dry to start off 2026.
You know what? I'm okay with that. These few days of cold, I think they're going to be enough for me, Danny.
I was going to say, we got so comfortable with the 80s, and then yesterday was a literal slap in the face, and now you're like, yeah, can we go back to that?
A lot of people probably liked the colder weather on Christmas. I enjoyed the warm weather just because we were able to play, go outside and play with the nieces and nephews and stuff like that. So, pros and cons of both.
Yeah, we'll have to see what 2026 holds, and we'll have to look back and say, all right, would we rather have this or whatever 2026 has in store for us?
For sure. I don't know if I'm ready for it. All right, thanks for that, Danny.